acknowledge that we're meeting on the traditional country of the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains. We would like to pay our respect to elders past and present, and we also extend that respect to other Aboriginal language groups and other First Nations.
G'day, we're Graham and Anna Marie Brookman. You're at the Food Forest. It's one of the oldest houses in South Australia. It's at Gawler, which is just north of the city, and we're at 43 metres above sea level. We have a rainfall theoretically of about 400 mils, and it's a Mediterranean climate. It's quite a complicated house. It houses 3 generations of our family, so it's sort of been divided into 2 distinct households, each with their own kitchen, bathroom and so on. The old house was built out of stone from the fields and mud, and the walls are mightily thick, and it's a really defensive kind of old building, whereas with the newer part of the house to my right, it's light and airy and spacious, the sort of things that we really wanted to chase, and it's been specifically shifted around, so turned around so that the newer bit is facing due north for solar gain. It's got a lot of recycled materials in it, so we're not scared to mix media. There are recycled rocks from an old coach house that was on the property. There's super insulated galvanised iron, and there's straw bale, all in one building.
It took us longer than we planned to build our extension, but that didn't matter. During that time, we amassed information. We also knew we had a tight budget. We did not want to have bank loans. We also knew that because we're running a farm and have a busy life, that we did not want to be owner builders. So we engaged a builder, and we worked with him to help him with tasks that we could easily do within our time frame and our skills, and thus reducing the overall cost.
We'd bought a badly designed ruin dating back to 1840. A damp-proof layer had to be installed at the base of the walls to stop them decomposing because of salt damp. Most wood eaten by termites. The electrics were shot and the internal walls were all in the wrong place. We retrofitted it with solar hot water, a slow combustion heater and transparent panels in verandas at window points. We ultimately built on a contemporary living and kitchen area with catering for residential courses in mind. The house is electric powered and burns no gas, only wood we grow ourselves.
Well, there's 7.5 kilowatts of power coming off the roof through amorphous and polycrystalline photovoltaic panels, also hot water coming off the roof. Altogether, it's a very functional system that makes us pretty self-reliant for power.
Water heating is solar with a wet back in a combustion heater as backup and an electric element if all else fails. We were keen to capture roof water enough to be self-sufficient, and we found some charts enabling us to calculate that a 22,000 litre tank would give us water security when connected to our roof. The water is pumped into the house, and once used for washing up, the shower or the toilet's treated in a standard underground septic tank, from which it flows into a big plastic bin set in the ground and filled with gravel in which reeds grow. As the water flows through the gravel, the roots of the reeds aerate and purify the water. It emerges at the other end odourless and clear and ready to be pumped out onto the pome orchard, quite legally and with magnificent growth results. And that we catch our own water and ultimately use it for irrigation, and makes you feel fine about using reasonable amounts of water for washing up and having shower heads that actually get you wet.
Follow me inside and outside, and I'll show you some features in detail. Passive solar design is a combination of design principles. It's about orientation, it's about eave overhang, it's about deciduous shade and creating microclimates on the outside, it's about insulation, it's about ventilation, and it's about thermal mass. Those principles together and how you live inside the space will make your house energy efficient. Here I would like to point out three different things. The eave overhang is dependent on the latitude where you are and determines dates when the winter sun gets in and the summer sun is cut out. The deciduous vines allow the winter sun to penetrate, but in the summer it is dense shade, thus reducing the temperatures around the house. Our cottage has oodles of charm. Lovely little windows, very thick stone walls. Unfortunately, it makes for a very dark and cold building. One of the easy things to fix was we just inserted a polycarb sheet to create a little bit more light inside. Near the kitchen door we have a sheltered outdoor area which consists of a small vegetable garden which supplies the kitchen with herbs and some vegetables, and also some toppings for pizzas that go into the cob oven and food on the barbecue. The wall is a straw bale wall that protects us from the colder southwesterly winter winds and from the hot northwesterly afternoon sun. In addition, it is covered with polycarb and a grapevine underneath. So in the summer, the foliage shelters us as well. Follow me inside and I'll show you some of the detailed features in the extension. The western wall of our extension is straw bale. The northern wall of the extension is a double wall with stone on the inside and narrow breccia brick on the outside with an air gap in between. The windows are single glazed. That's all we could afford in 2000. The plan is to one day double glaze, but doesn't matter how well insulated your house is, the windows are always the weakest point. So it's the way we manage our curtains that is the most important thing. So with the windows we have a pelmet system. In the summer, during hot days, we close the curtains, and what we actually have is a double layer, sunblock and a thick canvas. And when the curtain is completely closed, it is actually a sealed space. The pelmet stops the air movement. We've measured the temperatures one hot summer's day, where it was outside 41, in this sealed airspace, when it's completely closed, 39, and inside it was 24. It really works. Unfortunately, climate change is now lifting extreme temperatures well above 45 degrees for sustained periods. To keep ourselves thinking straight and safe from heat stress, we've installed split system air conditioners in the living area and the office. They are powered by the photovoltaic system. Okay, this is it for now. We'd love to see you at one of our tours, open days or workshops.